All right, so let's talk about high schools. They often celebrate signing days for future high school athletes that are going on to play college sports. I enjoyed one back in the day when I declared to go to Notre Dame to play basketball. And it was pretty cool for me because I saw, all these cameras and different networks show up, and I was only an 18-year-old. I was like, what's the big deal? Well, one school in Virginia has taken it even further, and they're celebrating seniors that are starting their careers after graduation. So I ask you guys, should every senior, whether they're playing a sport, going to college, or starting a job, be celebrated in the same way, or would this be overkill?
Yeah, I'm all about celebrating non-traditional achievements. So it's different now. A lot of people don't want to go to college. They don't want the debt that comes with it. Unfortunately, not everyone can afford to do it. So I think we should celebrate people no matter what they go into, because I think we've all seen that with an entrepreneurial spirit and a little bit of hustle, you can go a long way, and it doesn't always involve college.
I'm going to piggyback off what Carly said. I kind of agree. I think that people that go into our military deserve recognition. A lot of the trade schools need workers. We have an employment shortage, and we should be celebrating anyone that's choosing to do it. And Jordan, you're not going to like what I'm about to say, but I always thought that the college athletes, folks that were going on to college, got way too much love. It's way more than athletics. We've got band, we've got academics, we got musicians. I just felt that the athletes got way too much.
Well, here's the thing, just to combat that, and I absolutely agree, and Kendra, I'd love to hear from you on this.
Yes.
It is right. I thought it was weird when I went through it. I didn't understand it, but because there's a demand financially for it, and a lot of people have a rooting interest in this, and there's a lot of dollars behind it. That's why this happens. So until people take a disinterest in it, it's always going to be celebrated like this.
No, and I agree. I think we should celebrate everything, and we should continue this on. I celebrate when I get a new weave. I celebrate when I get my nails done. I celebrate when I went a whole week and I didn't eat sugar. Life is all about congratulating yourself. It's because you're tall and you can play basketball. You should be the only one that get a party, Jordan. I want a party too, right?
You get a puppy?
Yes.
Have a puppy party.
Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't just have to be when someone has a kid or they go on to play professional sports or so many other things.
And I know I'm being funny, but I'm actually being serious because I think we have to celebrate life more. I don't want to be too detrimental with it, but we all know that one day we're not going to be here. And I think we wait until a person passes away to talk nice about them and to really celebrate their life. No, let's enjoy life like every single day is your last day. So celebrate everything.
Amen.
I'm celebrating being on the jam
I
today.
love that. Maybe to tie them all together, like John's saying, maybe like how you do graduation. Everybody walks down the aisle and it's celebrated collectively and uniformly for everybody. Maybe you do that after everybody, for the most part, has decided where they're going to go to college. Then you have an announcement day for everybody to sit there, put on the hat of where they're going to go to college.
But I don't walk down the aisle. I dance down the aisle.
Did you really? There you go. Is anybody surprised by that one? I doubt it.
Back then it was Janet Jackson, so I was doing Rhythm Nation moves at the time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes.
Podcast interview, actor Josh Duhamel shared that he is 46 years old. He looks fantastic for 46, by the way. And that he wants to date somebody who is, get ready for this, quote, young enough to have children.
I think it's selfish.
Should he be in hot water for this,
Yeah,
or is this simply him sharing something that is very normal? Which side are you guys on?
I think it's absolutely selfish. Look, if you love someone and you want to be with someone and they can't have kids for whatever reason, because of age, or maybe because, in my world, the LGBT world, we would love to be able to have kids in that opportunity if we have it. Adoption's an option for people. There's surrogacy options for things. I don't think you should eliminate someone just because they can't have kids, because it's not only women when they reach a certain age can't. There's sometimes people that can't have kids at a younger age.
Yeah.
I just think that's a really wrong way to go through a process of elimination.
Right. It should be about your relationship first, and then you can get into that later. It's also like, what I'll give him is that he's being upfront about this. Like, I think that we should give him respect for that, because just put it out there and let people know that if they're not a certain age, they're not going to make it with you. But what if he finds that person and then they can't have kids? Like, I think it's weird to go in that order of elimination for things. Like, find the person you want to be with and then talk about bringing a child into the world.
Okay, so as women, we have demands. We know what we want. So I'm not mad at him for wanting.
You got several of them.
That was last week. But I appreciate him saying that he wants a woman with kids. I don't like the part young enough, because Janet Jackson had a baby at 50. Now, granted, she's worth $1 billion, and the doctor probably moved into her uterus for 9 months to make sure the baby was going to be fine. We don't all have Janet Jackson's money, but we have seen women like Kenya Moore on Atlanta Housewives have a baby at 47. So with technology, older women are being able to become moms. I'm a woman. I don't have any kids yet. I'm not those ages, but I'm far away, but not too far away. I'm going to get my age on the TV. But I just think that for me, when I heard young enough, I was offended.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's an interesting take, and I can totally agree with you on that. I, for one, have zero issue with anything he said here. I mean,
what?
Here's why. Do you know somebody?
So I'm a hit, because he's not close to me, so I hit you instead.
Let me tell you this. How many people do you know that are like, I'd only date somebody who's black, or I'd only date somebody who's white, or I'd only date somebody who's this or who's that. This man knows what he wants. He's not saying these people have no worth or these aren't this. It's just what he wants. Is it racist? Is it racist if you say I only want to date a black person? Does that mean you don't like white people?
But no.
Like, I don't think that's fair to put him in any box for him simply saying this is what I want.
Well, let me challenge that. So if as a black woman, I've said time and time again, I only want to date a black man. But I think as a black woman, I can say that. I think if I was a different race and said that, I could see how it could get a little bit offended because I'm talking about my own race.
Right.
So you're not a racist when you're in your own race. You know, you're trying to keep a tradition
But he's
alive.
not even in that same age.
Right, but this ain't the same thing.
Y'all are doing
We're
too much.
talking about young. He basically was saying because men, you do have the ability to procreate longer in life than women do because our bodies are made a certain way. But I think it's unfair that he brought that and just said, I'm 40. How old is he?
46.
He's 46. So a woman of his age, she's saying, well, she can't have kids. Some woman that's 20 years old. That's wrong.
Amen.
Yeah.
And if you don't get, you need to go to church on Sunday.
Kendra,
we need to pray. Can we do it?
We got to give Kendra a
prayer?
4-hour show so we can disagree about
for
everything.
Jordan right now for not seeing how that's
Right
wrong.
here.
Yeah.